fairy tales have a thing for mirrors, and Disney definitely picked up on that and took it to the next level. Snow White, Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, Tangled, The Little Mermaid, Frozen, Pocahontas, Mulan, Sleeping Beauty, Aladdin, The Princess and the Frog, Alice in Wonderland, etc. But today I want to focus on one mirror in particular. Is the mirror from The Little Mermaid, in which Scuttle sees Ursula's true reflection as she sings while getting ready for her wedding to Prince Eric, which, why would you sing out your true motive and diabolical plot for anyone to hear? More than a normal mirror? Does this mirror in particular show the truth behind illusions, given how it shows Ursula's true Octo Sea Witch form? Or is it that any mirror in that realm can show the truth behind Ursula's spells in the world of Disney's The Little Mermaid? If you like weird and sometimes creepy lore dives, seeing the origins of our favorite stories and fairy tales, and over-analyzing and overthinking said lore, subscribe to the channel today or tonight whenever you're listening to this. That way you won't miss the next spooky cool thing. Thank you. It does not make sense that one random mirror on the ship would be imbued with the power to see through spells. Unless Ursula brought it herself, but why would you foil your own plot? But then she does sing about it. Anyway, I would think it more likely that any mirror in that realm would show the true form behind her spells, which makes me wonder, if Ariel had access to a mirror, which I'm assuming she did, I mean that palace has the works, wouldn't it have shown her mermaid tail instead of her legs? This is if mirrors show the truth behind magics. Couldn't she have paraded past it in front of Prince Eric to show him her tail, and therefore the truth of how she was able to save him from the depths of the ocean? Either this is a major plot hole in Disney's The Little Mermaid, or it's an homage to another of Hans Christian Andersen's inspirational to Disney stories, or it's a quick plot device to show us, through Scuttle's findings, the true nature of Ursula's plot. Or it's just an oversight. Let's dive in, shall we? Andersen wrote the story The Littlest Mermaid, which is super sad and painful, by the way. No happily ever afters here, no way. He also wrote another tale that Disney took inspiration from for their blockbuster, Frozen. That would be The Snow Queen. This particular tale is 7 stories long, and you can find all about it in this video here. But it starts off in a very interesting way, especially since we're reflecting on the inconsistencies of mirrors in Disney's The Little Mermaid. The Snow Queen opens up with a mirror made by the devil himself, or imps, or any number of other type of ill-natured fae creatures, depending on which version you read. This mirror is special. It reflects back to the viewer the exact inverse of what they are. It lies. For instance, if a very handsome person gazed into the mirror, it would make them appear terribly ugly, maybe accentuating their insecurities or exaggerating a blemish. An ill-natured person might gaze into it and see only goodness. And I'm not exactly sure how the mirror determines this, as morality is kind of a gradient, but anyway, basically, whatever the opposite of the truth is what appears in the mirror. Thinking back to disguised Ursula on her wedding day, I can't help but see traces of the mirror's power. She is beautiful in her disguised form, but the mirror shows her true self. It doesn't lie. It doesn't show an ugly interpretation, but her true, undisguised with magic form. Just the Sea Witch Ursula. Now, while that's the opposite of the Snow Queen's mirror's intended purpose, showing the truth instead of lies, there is a grain of it in there for sure. And I'm deliberate when I say grain, for you see, in the Snow Queen, the imps or devils or whatever creatures get the bright idea to fly the mirror up to the heavens for a good laugh. Oh, imps, man. Now in this tale, goodness is high up in the sky, so the more altitude they gain, the more goodness the mirror has to translate into ugliness and lies. Eventually, it shakes with the processing power it takes to do this conversion. Wow, the Ethereum farm in Once Upon a Time times? Who knew? And shatters into millions of countless pieces. Some pieces are large enough to be turned into windows, through which the onlooker only saw ugliness. Some were turned into glasses with a similar effect on the person wearing the spectacles. And many, many more were smaller than grains of sand, which got lodged into the eyes and hearts of many, causing them to see only evil and adopt a mean attitude themselves. Now in this fairy tale universe, where I'm saying both of these stories could be in the same realm, same author, etc., it is entirely possible that Ursula's wedding day mirror was made out of some of the shards from this impish joke of a mirror. And because I really like finding out how stuff is made, here's how mirrors are made in our realm. Grains of sand, in an effort to get that glorious silicon dioxide, and old glass and other things are melted down to form a liquid at blazing temperatures of over 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Hot stuff. When it cools, it becomes an amorphous solid or frozen liquid with a new molecular arrangement and takes on transparent properties. Different chemicals can be added for different needs, but for mirrors, the back of the glass is silvered with metal so that you can see a reflection in it. So it's entirely plausible that Ursula's mirror and other mirrors in The Little Mermaid was one of many imbued with the same power as the impish mirror in the Snow Queen. All it would need is some grains or larger pieces of that enchanted glass in the making of it, and voila, impishly enchanted mirrors. Anyway, did this mirror get manufactured from the mirror shards in the Snow Queen? Did its magic get inverted by its being made back into a mirror? Like if making it back into itself reversed polarity on the magic or something? Or is it just a plot device to show how this new bride is actually Ursula in disguise and to set Scuttle scurrying on his way to bring Ariel and the gang onto the boat to save the day? The world may never know, but it sure is fun to imagine. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you, friends and fiends, for diving into this reflective video with me. Do subscribe for more weird stuff like this, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Goodbye!